I'm the world's leading real estate trainer today, and I teach people how to buy and sell houses without using their money or credit all over North America. And because I personally teach my events, I hear the same things over and over everywhere I go, no matter what city I'm in. People are hating more and more of what they do. I'm not in control of my life, and I have to work 70 hours a week whether I like it or not. To take your life back and build your own business is really what we are here to do.
When it comes to Ron LeGrand, there's nobody else that has had more of an impact on our real estate investing business. Ron himself has invested in more than 3,000 single-family homes himself. So he knows what he's doing. He's been through all the failures and the mistakes to teach us and other students.
Our folks come in, they start wherever they like. I like to teach people how to be a transaction engineer. There's all kinds of ways to make money in real estate. And if you only see one way, then you're walking through the business with blinders on and usually walking over the dollars to get to the dimes. Real estate is a vehicle to generate cash, not to bury cash.
It's amazing, just 2 years ago when I was working a day job at a restaurant and quitting that to go do the real estate full time, I've made more money in one transaction than I ever made in 1 year working at a restaurant.
My goal is to get people out of a job and into freedom by taking control of their own financial destiny. It's all about freeing up your time so you can enjoy life.
Because of Ron LeGrand, we were able to triple our...
I'm the world's leading real estate trainer today, and I teach people how to buy and sell houses without using their money or credit all over North America. And because I personally teach my events, I hear the same things over and over everywhere I go, no matter what city I'm in. People are hating more and more of what they do. I'm not in control of my life, and I have to work 70 hours a week whether I like it or not. To take your life back and build your own business is really what we are here to do.
When it comes to Ron LeGrand, there's nobody else that has had more of an impact on our real estate investing business. Ron himself has invested in more than 3,000 single-family homes himself. So he knows what he's doing. He's been through all the failures and the mistakes to teach us and other students.
Our folks come in, they start wherever they like. I like to teach people how to be a transaction engineer. There's all kinds of ways to make money in real estate. And if you only see one way, then you're walking through the business with blinders on and usually walking over the dollars to get to the dimes. Real estate is a vehicle to generate cash, not to bury cash.
It's amazing, just 2 years ago when I was working a day job at a restaurant and quitting that to go do the real estate full time, I've made more money in one transaction than I ever made in 1 year working at a restaurant.
My goal is to get people out of a job and into freedom by taking control of their own financial destiny. It's all about freeing up your time so you can enjoy life.
Because of Ron LeGrand, we were able to triple our income and go from 6 figures a year to 7 figures a year within that first year of meeting Ron.
The common objection, I don't have time, I don't have money, it's not for me. Ron's had 18-year-old kids go through this program, make $30,000. It works for anybody.
We have a community, and that's what it is. It's a community. It's a great big family. So we're not going to run you in a seminar and love you and leave you in the morning. We're going to be there when you get out of the seminar, and we expect this relationship to keep going for a lot of years into the future. Once you enter Planet Ron, as I call it, you're in it for life. Well, hello there. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ron LeGrand. In case you don't know who I am, I'm going to get started here quickly on working smarter, not harder. Before I do, John, would you like to instruct them how to post questions that we will get to after I'm through tonight and make sure they're all answered?
Yeah, sure, Ron. Ron will be here. Excuse me. Ron will be here live. Take your questions after the presentation. Just type them there in the chat section. Put a Q in the front of it so I can tell that it's a question for Ron that you'd like him to answer. And just type it in there and I'll mark it and we will get to it as soon as we can.
Okay, and on that, a question
I hope, is going to be on subjects that we all have not covered. And I need to know that when I'm reading this question, I can understand what your intent was, and you'd be surprised how big of a problem that is on our end. Sometimes we say, what do they mean? I don't know. So pretend you're me and you're answering a question. Don't pretend you're you, because you know what it says. You wrote it. But make sure that we can get it on this side so we don't have to tell you to post it again because we don't understand it. So I don't care how many questions you ask. I'm happy to answer anything that you ask. And if we don't get to all of them tonight, then you can make a note right now to write down the words ask@ronlegrand.com, ask@ronlegrand.com, and you can post them afterwards, and we will get them answered for you tomorrow. Now, I have with me tonight Mr. Adil Kayati sitting over here.
Yes, sir.
He is my acquisitionist. He's also one of our mentors to help you here at Global. He also runs the group coaching calls and the sorted other odds and ends. You know, he's got his work cut out for him. Now, he's an acquisitionist, and that means it is his job to do everything that used to be my job. He generates leads, and of course, I pay for them if we have to spend money on them. Can't get him to do that yet. He generates leads, he follows up on them. He uses a system that you're going to see here tonight, which is why he only works a few hours a week. And I do mean a very few hours a week. And he has time to do all this other stuff that he's decided that he wants to do here at Global. So spends a lot of time with students throughout the week, does one-on-one mentoring calls with them. Then he handles the group calls and other types of calls. He's also the guy that trains on the Dreams Pro system that you're going to see tonight as well. So we're going to get started here, and you're going to need to help me because some of these PowerPoints are so small I can't read them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got you.
I'll get John to try to blow them up for me. So, John, you want to get him up there? We're going. So this is all about getting out of your own way. And the work smarter, not harder is, I don't know how to explain it any better than that right there, those 4 words. There's a lot of ways to go about running your business. Most people spend too much time in it and don't realize it, but that's doing them more harm than good. I'm sitting here telling you, and many of my students, most of my successful students have got it. They understand the meaning of systems and the value of them and why they need to use them. And that's why they're making a ton of money and not trying to do everything themselves like I did for years and years and years before I started learning this. And it took me a lot of years to learn it. So I'm going to shortcut that for you tonight, I hope. So here's how most investors spend their week. I know how you spend your week.
Yeah.
Go down that list. And
We are waiting for the perfect deal, studying before they start, trying to train themselves, asking others if it will work for there or work there, and then wonder why nothing closed by the end of the week.
Yeah. So in other words, they're looking. Have you ever found the perfect deal?
They're all
You're still waiting on one, and I've had this 44 years now. Perfect deal. I don't even know what a perfect deal is.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to make our deals. We make our deals by reading scripts and getting input from the sellers, and the sellers make us offers, and we work with the ones that want to work with us, and we whack the rest at lightning speed. And almost everything we do is done for us, like I'm going to show you tonight. It is true. Most people spend their time putting out fires. They go through their whole day. Every time something wants to interrupt their time, they let it. They're slave to their phone. They're slave to their emails. And they don't spend their time productively doing the things that'll create more revenue in their life. And that's why they go from year to year to year still struggling and don't achieve anything of any consequence. And that's easy to do, and that's a normal thing to do. And believe me, I don't know anybody that hasn't done that in the past. So tonight, we want to fix that if you are ready. Are you ready? All right. Why they never close their deals.
No system. There's no system to find sellers. There's no CRM to follow up with them. There's no one to hold them accountable to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do each week. And they just have a bunch of education, but really don't know how to implement that education.
Okay, and you make a note if you're taking notes tonight. I hope you are. By the way, you can take screenshots. Be prepared to take them because you're probably going to want that on several screenshots, and or you don't have a gadget that you can do screenshots on and take a picture with your phone That's how I do it when I go to a seminar. Incidentally, I shoot what's on the board with my phone, and I don't have to sit there and write too much. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've been teaching thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and some of them just get out there and knock it dead and go from nothing to a very, very, very nice living very quickly. Some of them just drag on, drag on, drag on. Weeks and months go by and they don't get anything accomplished. So I don't want that to happen to you. We got everything you need to systemize your business. You don't have to go out and find or invent anything. And then the systems is the middle part. Actually, first thing you got to do is training. That's my quick start real estate school. I'm not here to discuss that tonight. Second thing you got to do is systemize everything. Actually, in our case, that means get others to get it set up for you. And then you got to implement. You can go to the best training in the world. You don't get the implementation part in there. It's all for naught. And you don't get anywhere. So we can help you with that as well. There's really only two things. And I want you to think about this because it's true. Two things that you have to master to be successful with this business. There are people out there looking for junkers, houses that need rehab, that they want to wholesale or buy and rehab. That's fine. So are we. And then there are other people out there looking at pretty houses, terms business, as I call it, where the real money is made in real estate. And so are we. And either way, you've got to generate leads. If you don't generate leads from sellers who want or need to sell, you don't have a business. I mean, in any business. Adel and I both come from a restaurant business. I've had 6 of them, and his family just sold 6 of them when I met him. Had 6 Denny's, didn't they?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. And they were making a fortune doing that.
We were making it.
No, they started with a fortune. They didn't end with a fortune. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And then generating the leads is first. Our virtual assistants will call the leads for you and fill out the property information sheets so you don't have to do with that grunt labor. And then they put it up on your Dreams Pro system, which you're going to see here in a little bit. And all you have to do is make the closing call. Now, the closing call just means you read my simple scripts and you find out if the seller has any interest in doing terms or if the house is ugly and they're willing to sell it for a price you're willing to pay on ugly houses. And then, of course, you're probably going to wind up wholesaling those houses like we do. And, we did quite a few of those. And some of them, the highest one that I remember, we netted $52,000 on one.
Sir. Yep.
In 9 days with a $10 deposit to the seller. Can you imagine putting up $10 and getting back $52,000 a few days later? Okay, that's reality in our world, guys and gals. That's reality. It's even better reality when you do it inside your IRA and never have to pay taxes on it. You do that in your Roth IRA, tax-free forever. So the opportunities are out there if you want to take advantage of them. But if you don't do these two things, you're going to be spinning in circles and you can't figure out, what am I doing wrong? And the answer is you haven't generated leads and you haven't mastered the closing call. Neither one of those are that hard to do. And you can't do it without systems. I mean, you can. You'll do an occasional deal without systems, but occasional deal, I hope, is not what you're looking for. I mean, I'm okay if that's what you're looking for, but, that's not getting the greatness out of the business that's out here for you. But, some people are very happy doing 1 or 2 deals a year. Well, that's up to you. Every month without a system, I think she went on Claude. To get these numbers. In case you know, Claude's an AI system. 70. This one hurts me, but I bet you it's true. 73% of the people who buy a course and try to do this on their own don't get anything done. Don't get anything done, and I believe that. In fact, 73% is probably low. Yeah. Average, it takes them 18 months to get a deal, and that's sad. That's really sad. That means they're not getting help. And they're losing easy 150. I think they lose more than 150K a year because they don't have any systemization. And reality is that they're missing 3 out of the 5 deals that they could get because they don't have any systems to follow up. Follow up is huge in this business. In fact, I would say that probably half our deals come from at least follow up.
I would say more than that, but definitely.
More than that, yeah. Okay, actually. So the follow up needs to be automatic or you and I both know it ain't going to happen. And if you try to rely on your memory to get anything done, you're done for, because that ain't going to happen. And the older you get, the harder that's going to be. People think that I got the memory of an elephant, when the reality is I got no memory, because I've got a system that sets it up for me every single day. I just have to look at what I'm supposed to do today that I put down earlier, and that way I don't have to remember anything. And that way also I can keep my promises, and I can help held other people accountable to keep their promises that they made to me that they've long since forgotten, trying to run their business on their memory. That's bad news, running on your memory, because what's going to happen is you're going to wind up getting a reputation that you don't do what you say you want to do because you forgot. A spreadsheet is not a pipeline. That's cute. Deals die in spreadsheets. That's a fact. All right, there is a better way. So listen to what we do, not when we just teach. Listen to what we do, and see how you could easily implement what we do. And really, all you got to do is step in the tracks that are laid out for you and put it in gear and go for it. Again, you don't have to go out there and find anything. We put the system together for you over a lot of years. Some pieces we put together we had to get rid of because they weren't working so well. Some pieces working very, very well. So we got everything you need right here. Again, it starts with the training. That's your Quick Start Real Estate School. It's a 4-day event that I teach, and that'll be there as well. And then you get the systemization done before you even leave the training, so you don't have to worry about going home and doing it yourself. And we got VAs that'll do it for you. They'll set you up, totally set you up. Your Dreams Pro system, which is your CRM, your websites, set you up ready to go. And frankly, I'd like to have that done before you even get to the 4-day training. And then when you get out of that 4-day training, you get out there and get to work and implement the stuff that you learn through the systems that you have set up. And that way you'll have very little time invested in this business. So this is where you got to tell us the truth.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. How many hours a week do you really use in the our real estate business?
6 to 8. How about that? I started at 10. You always drive me down from 10 because that's not true. So probably honestly 6 to 8, hour and a half a day, making calls and doing what we need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
I can believe that. Okay. And of course, I don't do anything. He does it all. All I do is talk to him from time to time about deals that he's already in the midst of doing. And then, of course, I approve whatever we buy. And when we sell, I don't even need to approve that. He knows what they need to be sold for. And I guess he does ask me if it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
So this is a tough business on my part. And the truth is, I don't do anything. All right. I just don't in the real estate. And frankly, I don't do much more at the global publishing except teach what I'm doing right now. Why? Because other people are doing it all for me. Wouldn't it be nice if your life was like that? When you get up in the morning, you don't have to do anything. And yet the revenue's coming. All right, we're going to talk about the new Closers Club tonight because it's all new. And we're trying to put everything together into one membership, into one pile, so you don't have to have a piece here and a piece there. And many of you watching tonight are Gold Club members. Gold Club is no more. It is now called the Closers Club. So when you mention to somebody that you're in the Gold Club, you don't have to justify that you're looking at naked women in some bar somewhere. That's not the club we got. All right, maybe it should be. No, I didn't say that. All right, so the Gold Club is just literally takes place of your, Closers Club takes place of your Gold Club. The Dreams Pro is your CRM system. We'll touch more on that in a minute. And then we had a group mentoring to this mix so that you have help anytime you need it. And now we've added an annual retreat just for our Gold Club members that we are going to schedule later on this fall, 3 days, no charge to you. It's just part of the package that we're going to discuss with you tonight. All right. Unfair advantage in every market. I don't mind having an unfair advantage. Do you?
I do not.
No, backward. So tell them about that.
Yeah, we have our AI deal finder, right? That's every 17 motivated lead types, which we'll go over here shortly.
Yeah.
We have our AI scoring system where it basically tells you this house is going to sell in the next 90 days.
AI does that.
AI does it. Yep.
Yeah.
A full CRM where you're able to put your leads, set reminders, and automate the business for you as far as sending even the follow-ups automated on the email side of that.
Yeah.
Direct mail. It can send out letters and postcards with a few clicks.
And you don't have to lick stamps.
Yeah, no licking stamps here.
You ain't touching them, in fact.
Yep. Driving for Dollars app. It's a really cool app where you can drive around neighborhoods and you can just it's on your phone and you just click on the address as you're driving and saves it to your system for you.
You know, we're not, I don't have to see where to talk about that later. I don't cover that right now. But this is really cool.
Yeah.
Picture yourself out in the field and you see an ugly house sitting there, grass high, whatever. Obviously it's vacant. You stand there in front of it and you take a picture. Okay. While you're standing in front of it, take a picture of it. You tell it to send the seller a postcard.
Yep.
That's exactly what it'll do, or a letter for that matter.
Yep.
You do it while you're standing there, for crying out loud. And they send one card out to that seller because the system already knows who the seller is. And I'm telling you, that's pretty cool. So no more driving out and taking pictures and going home and letting the VA call them. I send a postcard out while I'm standing there and then go home and let the VA try to get them on the telephone.
And you could even skip trace it in front of the house, get the phone number and call it too while you're there, right in front of the house.
While you're standing there.
While you're right there, yeah.
I don't know why I didn't have these tools when I was growing up, man. I tell you, we actually had to work when I was doing this business full time. All right, and the last one is
comping. Finding the ARB, one of the most important piece of the deal, really, is finding what the value is.
Yep, ARB is after repaired value. The system will do that for you, so you don't have to do any guesswork, and also prevent you from making the mistake of overpricing it or selling it below price that you could get for it because you didn't really know what the ARB is, the after repaired value. And trust me, it has nothing to do with the assessed value. Tax assessed value is not even close, and it has nothing to do with the Zestimate either. The Zestimate is almost always below the real ARB. Now remember, that's after repaired value. So if you're looking at a junker, it's not the as-is value. That's as if it was renovated, which is the first number you need to determine what you're going to pay for that junker. And here's the, it has a mailing system that not only will, I mean, it's got the cards and the letters in it, and I understand you can add your own now.
Yep, you can make your own there.
You can make your own. I'll tell you right now, before you go messing around trying to make the perfect piece, there is no perfect piece. And the reality is, all of it, make sure it just says that you buy houses, and that's all you need to see, okay? You don't need all the fancy language on it and all the graphics on it and all that crap. You just got to get it in front of them that if you're interested in selling your house, call me. That's the only purpose of that card. Now look, I want to explain this one right now. Look at those 17 things. If you want to take a picture of anything, you take a photo shot of that right now. Because these are the 17 different types of sellers you can pull a list from. You can mail to them, or you can just skip trace them and dial them, or you can just pull the list and save it. And then anybody that comes within the parameters that you pulled on that list, they'll keep coming to you for a long time in the future as they come into that list. So we got to explain this because I'm sure they didn't understand a thing I just said.
Right. Yeah, it's called the deal alerts, daily deal alerts.
All right, so we are doing that right now as we sit here.
Yep.
We're having a boot camp in a very next week or two, and we're going to do a direct mail campaign. And Adam went on there, and I want two types of sellers. I want the sellers that are most likely to have the junkers, the houses needed repairs, in the lower end price ranges. And then we wanted houses with low equity in them in the higher end price ranges above the median price. That's with beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhoods with low equity. Sellers beg you to come buy their house because they don't even have enough equity left in them to hire a realtor.
Yep.
They ain't been in them more than 1, 2, 3 years max, excellent condition. And we just go get them for free, just take them over and get them for free, all right? As long as you know what to do with them after that, all right? I like those because they're just so easy, And I'm understanding the value of keeping the property, putting lease option tenant buyers in it on a longer term and make you way, way more money than any junker is going to make you. But why not do them both, okay? Wholesaling is great for generating quick cash. In or outside your IRA. Terms are great for creating wealth on a very short term because of all the benefits I get out of a terms deal that I don't get out of a all cash deal. I guess we better name them now, hadn't we? Appreciation, depreciation, debt pay down, forfeited deposits. You see, when I put somebody in a house on a lease purchase, I'm not going to accept less than 5% of the sales price as a non-refundable option deposit. That means They get it credited if they buy, they forfeit it if they move, clearly spelled out and signed in front of an attorney. And I'm not talking about hundreds, I'm talking about thousands of dollars that landlords are missing right now, because this goes toward their purchase price, goes toward their down payment. So we're talking about nice houses. We're not talking about garbage houses, crack houses in terrible neighborhoods. These are nice houses in nice neighborhoods. And people that we put in them can't qualify for a loan right now. That's why they're coming to us, got the market to ourselves. 70% of the people out there that would like to buy a house can't qualify for a house right now. And that doesn't mean we can't get them in a house. So what we do is we put them in a house, lease it to them with an option to buy, give them plenty of time to buy, at least a couple of years to fix whatever's broke, credit or whatever's stopping them from getting a loan. So our whole market on the lease options are people can't go to the bank and get a loan, while the builders and the realtors are fighting over all of the qualified buyers. And I'm telling you, folks, when you get your head around that, you'll find out how fast you can build wealth by just buying these pretty houses. And most investors are not competing with you. And by the way, on this low equity deal, nobody's competing with you because they just don't know what to do with these houses.
100%.
You know, we know. All right. Now, I want this thing that we just mailed. We're dropping. You pulled a list of low equity houses in Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
You got over 3,000 of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you narrowed that down to how many?
About 230 or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we took
yeah.
3,000,
Yep.
narrowed them down to 230 by adding what other of these factors to it besides low equity?
It's not on here, but you can also do it by expire listing. So I took the low equity houses that had an expire listing in the last six or 7 months. So they just got done with their listing. They couldn't sell probably because they owed too much. They weren't probably getting lowball offers. And that list has really worked well for us here.
Okay. Did you add any other criteria on there?
I think I did the.
Didn't you do vacant?
Oh, that was one list I did. Then I also did the vacant list. That's above 1,000 square feet, had at least 3 bedrooms. They they've owned it for at least 10 years.
No, that was the other list.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
junker list.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yeah.
The low equity list.
Yeah.
You just put in there low equity.
Yep.
All right. And I thought you put previously listed,
Expire listing.
Expire
Yes, sir. In the
listing.
last 6 months.
and I thought you put vacant in those too, didn't you?
If I did vacant there would be no list. There's no.
Why? I mean,
Because
some people move out of them and just
Yeah.
abandon them.
well, there wasn't enough to mail, really. I mean, there's maybe
Okay.
a handful, but you're going to get them in the low equity
All right.
anyways.
I mean, what did he just say? He took a 3,000 list and narrowed it down to 222 of the best of the best.
Yeah.
So he's got to mail a whopping 22 postcards.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm trying to drive leads into that event while I'm teaching it. He's going to be answering the phone from the leads.
Yep.
And real life. You know, when I have a training, we actually do this stuff. We don't just sit up there and talk about it 4 days. Students bring leads and we call them and we make deals in class as well. So on the ugly house side now,
Yeah.
you see a different type of list because we were looking for vacant houses.
Yep.
For sure. You want them to be over 10 years old, so you knew they had plenty of equity. in
Yeah,
them.
they've owned for at least 10 years,
Okay.
under 300,000, which is our median home price here in Jacksonville. I wanted kind of to focus on the junk there.
Okay. And how big of a list did you start with?
Oh, there's several thousand, probably 4,000 or 5,000 vacant homes here in Jacksonville. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And it narrowed down to what?
About 400 or so.
For 400?
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you guys understand. We're taking these and we're stacking them to get down to the best qualified people we can mail to, so we don't have a very small mailing. All right. Don't have to mail out 5,000 pieces to get 5 people to answer the telephone. Those days are over.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, that alone will save you way more than you're going to pay me to train you. I can tell you that right now. And there's no end of the list you can create with this thing.
Correct.
I mean, you
Yeah.
take any combination, you can have 24 lists.
Yep.
Okay. Then you press, what is it, alert or save or?
Yeah, your daily deal alert, and you'll
Yeah.
start getting those same
Mhm.
addresses that fit that criteria on a daily or every other day, weekly basis, let's just say. So it is really endless. I tell people don't be careful not to spend too much time because you can go down a rabbit hole with all these different lists and filters and doing everything, right?
Yeah. Who are going to, every time you pull a list, if you save it, they're going to keep on coming.
Yep. Yep.
And so you got to make sure you code them.
Yep.
Well, the system tells what the parameters were when you pull that list, so
Correct.
you know where they belong. In other words, you're building your own list of homeowners coming at you constantly instead of constantly out there fishing for them. You know, I can tell you, honestly, if you don't do anything else but do what's in this system, you know, not spend your life out there looking how to generate leads. And think about it, the list is free, and the mailing is cheaper than you mail it yourself.
Yep.
Because they mail them for you. Follow up. Everybody hates that. You know, we all hate the follow up. We don't want to do the work, but it's absolute reality that you'll get more deals from the follow up than you will on the front end, first contact. And the truth is, that's true in any business or any product or any service. You know, there's an old axiom that says you actually will make most of your sales on the second through the seventh contact with a prospect. Yeah. And that's certainly true in real estate as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do these columns mean here?
Those are just if you have new leads, the ones that have been contacted, you know, offer made, under contract. So you can really keep track of where, because every lead's at a different stage. You may get a call today, they may not sell for 3 months. You may have one that's ready to move next week, and vice, you know.
I remember one of the houses that we wholesaleed, man, it was ugly. It was full of junk.
Yep.
I've been baking 11 years.
Yep.
I was a estate sale.
Probate, yeah.
Probate, yeah. 11 years, junk full of the house. In fact, I know because there's a car in the yard with an 11-year-old tag on it. Yeah. And that's the one we made 52 grand on.
Yes, sir.
52 grand and didn't buy the house. I'm going to say that again. Okay. Never paid no closing costs, had a $10 investment in it, and it was gone very, very quickly. Like that was 11 days. We wholesale it to somebody out in the real world that wanted to buy it and rehab it, and there was plenty of room in it for them to make money as well.
Yep.
And I'll tell you something else, folks. If you're looking for junkers, you're not going to find them in the MLS right now. There was a time that I bought houses just strictly through the MLS, but that time is over. Okay, competition today, they're going to pay way too much, so quit wasting time in the MLS if that's what you're doing. You got to get out there and generate these FSBOs. That's where your real deal are. That's our real deals are. That's for sale by owners, FSBOs. All right, know your numbers. I see skip tracing and I see comping tools. Let's start with the comping tool.
Yeah. The comping tool is really cool. You can put in any address, even in the non-disclosure states, because this does pull from the MLS, and you can get, you know, the most recent solds and on a map, and you can see exactly where they lay, if it crosses any highways, any waterways, if it's on a golf course. You really have that in front of you. You can put them in order from the, you know, the top sales down, and from there it's just about picking the one that makes the most sense. Usually the top two.
We do this live in the Quick Start School. So if you make a note, it comes down to, I only want 2 of the best comps on that page that are comparable to my subject. That's all I'm looking for, is just 2 of the highest houses sold, as long as they meet the criteria, similar in square footage, close in proximity, and not too far back sale. The highest 2 will tell me what mine would be worth if I totally renovate it. It's going to be worth at least as much as those highest 2 sold for if it's a comparable in size. So that's how we find them. And you ignore everything else. And that's why a lot of people make a big mistake when they're trying to do the R. They're trying to get the after repaired value. They take all this junk down there and they add it to the pile, and it just messes it up. And that's the reason that your guesstimates and zestimates are not right on your web either. They use this formula that puts all the low price stuff in with the higher price stuff, and that's not what you need to do. So when you learn that, you can go on there. He pulls comps daily.
Yeah, every day.
Daily. Yeah. You can go on there and do it in I mean, when you save minutes, I mean, 30 seconds.
Yeah, under 2 minutes.
Yeah. And then the skip tracing, that's very valuable.
Yeah, skip tracing is just a way to get in contact with any property owner in the nation, really. And you get sometimes up to 10 different phone numbers, several emails, mailing addresses. Sometimes you even get email. Sometimes you even get relative phone numbers. If you can't reach them, you can reach out to someone who's associated with them. So it makes it very easy. I don't know how you used to find people back in the day without this, because this is like
we actually had to work.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Trust me, there's no way you can hide in this country today. Yeah. No matter how hard you try, with the advent of AI and all the tech we have today. It's not that hard to find people.
Yeah.
Remember, you get several phone numbers. One of them is going to get you to the person you're looking for.
Yep.
So when you pull this list, you skip trace them.
Yes, sir.
Because you're going to cold call them, aren't you?
Yes, or the VA is going to cold call them.
Or the VA is going to cold call.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cold calling means they're going to call and see if they got a house for sale. and then fill out the PI sheet.
Yes, sir.
If they do, after we've already pulled a list and made a big list out into a small list and skip traced them and got phone numbers for them.
Yep.
Right there. Okay. I hope you're seeing how valuable this is to you and how easy this makes it today that we never had the luxury before. Back
Yeah.
when I was coming up, they didn't even have the internet.
Yeah.
So Al Gore hadn't invented it yet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then all this other technology. Wow. Today, oh man, we're going into a world right now that's hard for this old guy to even believe what you can do nowadays.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to launch a mail campaign, which means you pick the postcard
Mhm.
from their pile.
Yep.
Okay. You get the list and you send them the list.
Yep.
All right. They create the postcard and they mail it to the list you sent them.
Yeah, you can send out multiple drops if you want, up to 5 different drops,
Yeah.
either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly.
Sequential mailing.
Sequential mailing. You
And you
can
mail
pick it.
cards or letters.
Yeah, and you can pick a different piece per drop. So if month 1 you want a postcard, month 2 you want a letter, month 3 you want another postcard, whatever, you can make that however you want.
Once you set it up, you're done with it.
Yep.
It automatically sends it out when it's supposed to. That's called follow-up, and that's why you don't have to remember anything.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yep.
And then schedule's right in front of you there all the time. That same CRM is where you put task. I'm talking to seller. Seller says, I'm not ready to sell it yet. Call me in a month. Okay. Month later, call John Brown. He said he wasn't ready to sell it 30 days ago. Okay. That day it pops up. It's one of your tasks to do today.
That's it.
Set it and forget it. And that's called follow-up. And I got to tell you, I mean, the only way you're going to really see how important follow-up is if you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you figure out where all these deals are coming from. I mean, I remember one deal, you mailed a postcard in November and they called you in March.
Yep.
And we bought that house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't buy it. We wholesaled it, but either way. All right. So, what else on there that we need to?
I think we talked about the mail pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty good there.
All right. All right. We already talked about this. Take a big list and narrow it down to a small list. A lot less money.
Yep.
A lot less time wasted. A lot more deal flow because it's more qualified lead.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot less people you have to go through, right? That can help, especially early on. You don't want to have to go through so many people to get a deal.
Yep. And I can tell you right now, if you just remember what I just said, every time you pull one of these lists, you're going to keep getting them in that list. So, I mean, you pull 10 lists, you got 10 different lists that you're going to get when they drop into that list in the future. That's very important. I didn't do the same thing.
Yeah.
They drop into the list, you get them, you skip trace them, and
Yeah, skip trace them, give them to the VA to call, and I put them in the mail and mail them. And it helps you manage your mail every week, every month. Keeps your budget tight as well. You're not having to drop a bunch of money per month to do it. And it's just so simple. It's really simple.
and so cheap.
Yeah.
So cheap. And by the way, the virtual assistants fill out the property information sheet for you now, so you don't even have to talk to the seller until that's done and in your up on your dream system. You just take out my simple scripts and read them, and you very quickly know whether you got a deal or no deal.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, the VA is going to tell you whether the house is for sale for sure. They're going to get all the facts on it.
Yep.
So you're not going to be calling people and them telling you, I don't want my house for sale. Why do you think I got my house for sale? Because you've already talked to my virtual assistant. That's why. So it's a system. You see the system here? There's very little for you to do. Now, when you get to that closing call, that's where you're going to need some practice. That's where you're going to need some training, and that's where you're going to need the scripts. All right. So I'm going to go through you're my seller.
Okay.
All right. Want to be my seller?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your job is to pretend like a seller, not to crucify the
Yeah,
Google.
I got you.
Okay. It don't matter. I can answer any
You
question you
can.
ask.
I know that.
So I got you on the phone, and I'm going to start out with, hey, Adel,
Yes, sir.
this is Ron calling you back about the house we discussed with my assistant yesterday.
Yep.
You got a minute?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay, good. Listen, I think they pointed out to you that we buy houses, some of them in cash, and some of them we make the payments till paid off, right?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
So tell me, if I pay cash, but if I do, I'd probably insult you with that number. It's going to be way lower than the price that I can give you. So are you telling me that you have to have all your cash when you sell, or can you listen to other options? I can get you more money.
I mean, I'm open to other options. I'm
Okay.
definitely open to hearing it.
All right. Now, what if he said, no, I got to have all cash? Well, you're done. Okay. If he's got to have all of his cash, there's no way you're going to convince him to take terms. All
Yeah.
right. Now, we're assuming this is a nice house and a nice neighbor. It's
Yeah.
not one of them crappy houses. That's a different script. All right. Well, if he says, I want to hear other options, I got a whole list of reasons why he ought to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, well, how does that sound?
Yeah, I can do it. I'm still not quite sure what's going on here,
All
but
right, well,
I'm open for it.
I got 3 other questions for you.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, if we do agree upon terms, what's the least you could take for the house?
Well, I was asking 300,000 for it. You said there's no commission in this,
No
right?
commission.
Okay.
No commission.
I can do 280 to make up for that commission for you.
Is that the best you can do?
275.
So if I don't pay you that, I can't buy the house?
I think I'm going to stand firm on 275. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get by that for a minute.
Okay.
We usually buy with nothing down. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You would be amazed, and this is the truth.
Yeah,
If you ask that question right, about half of them are going to say okay.
that is the truth.
That is absolutely
Yeah.
true. Almost everything we buy is with nothing down. Okay. And so you'd be surprised how high some of these values are on these houses. Okay. So then the last question. Now this, if I say you got a loan on it,
Mm-hmm.
all right, you got a $200,000 loan on it. All right. All right. I assume you're okay then if I make your payments till you paid off in the future?
What do you mean in the future?
Well, whenever it pays off.
So I'm going to wait 30 years, 20 or 25 years?
Well, actually, I'm not sure what you're waiting for because I'm making the payments.
Okay.
But, however long it takes, and I'm sure somebody's going to cash it out long before that.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you realize when I asked that question, we just agreed on the term. The term is the term of his loan.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's asked, folks. It's critical you use my scripts and you learn to handle them properly. When you do, you're going to you'll be surprised what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I tell you that right now. All right. So we start with the lead. We put it into the system. We get it out of the system when we make the closing call. And then we make an appointment,
Yep.
which I have a script for.
Yep.
Or we set it aside to follow up with later, or we junk it.
Yes, sir.
The seller says, no follow up on me. If I don't get cash, I'm not selling the house. You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
We still put
I
a
still
follow-up
follow
system.
100%. I always tell people, you would be so shocked how
Yeah.
much things change over time. I market in my CRM sometimes asking 300K. A month later, he's asking 290. A month later, he's asking 270. He's going down. He's coming. He's getting around where we need to be.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All sellers' minds would change with time and circumstances, and you got to get that because it doesn't matter what they say today, and sometimes they don't even know what they want. And remember, if you'll just go back to the script that I used on him just a minute ago, I didn't make him any offers. He made me the offers.
Yep.
What's the least you could take? He made me an offer. We usually buy with nothing down, okay? He made me an offer.
Yep.
Okay, if I make your payments till you're paid off, he made me an offer.
Yep.
All right, I didn't offer him anything.
Yep. So
And
important.
that's a big one, folks. You got to learn to shut up.
Yep.
I shouldn't be that mean on this.
Well,
I don't care. Shut up. Let them talk. Let them tell you what they'll do before you open your mouth and you tell them what you'll do. And you'll be shocked. Most of the time, they'll take what less than you were about to offer them. And that applies to anything outside or inside of real estate. This is part of your training. This package comes with group coaching or group mentoring, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to be working with Adel all the way, as long as you're in the system.
Mhm.
In other words, your group coaching lasts as long as your membership dues are paid. Right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
And that means that there's going to be scheduled calls 2 a week, is it?
Yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday.
2 calls a week, and the whole group can get on them. You can throw your property information sheets
Yes,
at
sir.
him, get
Yep.
him to comment on it, you can ask questions, and you can share your success with the other people on that call, which
Yep.
we implore you to do. By the way, when you go out and do a deal, it is now federal law that you send me a testimonial about the deal with a copy of the check. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It's
I like
federal law.
that. No.
It's the law. So anyway, you got the system and you got the help
Mhm.
to help you work the system. All right. I mean, increases your chances of success 500% over not having anybody to work with. There's just some letters we get. This one made $25,000. I know you can't read that. I know I can't read it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right? But it doesn't matter. $25,000 on their first deal.
Yeah, that was Andrew there. He was actually a pre-foreclosure.
Pre-foreclosure?
Yeah, a letter to pre-foreclosure. And
Okay.
wholesaled that 25.
Oh, these are all your letters, aren't they?
Your students, yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. And another one, 23,000.
That was Mike Brooks. He's in Maryland. This was actually a rehab where he got private money, didn't use any of his own money, rehabbed the house, and made 23,000.
Cool.
Yeah,
I love it. Tell these people start sending us copies of these checks, will you?
Oh, I have a couple of them actually. I can give to you. Yes,
And their mug shots.
yeah, okay. I can ask for that.
There's one of 12,000.
Yeah,
that must have been
was
wholesale
April.
deal.
Yeah, wholesale April in New Jersey. She had I forget where that one came from, but wholesale deal. Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got a whole wall for these. You'll see when you get down here to Florida, hopefully, when one of our trainings. Confidence. This one said they got confidence and clarity from talking to you.
Yeah. It does help to have somebody in your corner, right? Especially at the beginning, you get frustrated. You're not sure what to do.
Yeah. How much you pay these people to send this?
Sometimes you just need to get them back on track here. It's nothing in the world.
The accountability, and that's a big deal here. Accountability, because if you got nobody holding you accountable, obviously you know what you're going to do. You're going to keep putting it off. And you're going to do what most people do, which is pretty much nothing.
Yep.
All right. You want to go over those?
Yeah, the two, like we talked about, the two coaching calls per week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. There, as Ron said, analyze your deals. I actually call your leads for you. If you want me to, I'll do that live. I call some of our leads sometimes live. Today we actually had a.
Hold on now.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't just tell them they can send you 20 leads and you're going to sit there and call.
No, not 20 leads. No. If you talk to the seller, I usually tell them, set an appointment with the seller. If you got the PI sheet, set it up for Tuesday or Thursday at 2:00 and tell them your partner's going to be calling with you. And I'll put it on the screen for everybody, and I'll just call them up and we'll have that conversation.
Okay. And if he can't get the deal, there is no deal.
Yeah.
By the way, he sucked when he started as well, just so you'll know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Now, with systems, without systems. I mean, I probably don't have to tell you at this point how important it is that you do it with systems rather than without systems. But you probably can relate to without systems very easily, since that's what most people have right now is no system.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want you going out of here looking for anything. Everything you need to do this business is already in this package that we're offering you here today. You don't go out and need to find anybody to do anything. I mean, there's a few things. For example, our VAs can't put lock boxes on your doors for you, and they can't go mow your yards, and that kind of thing. But anything that can be done online, we can do for you. It needs to be done to buy and sell houses. And they do all of that. They set up your, anyway, virtual assistants are not part of this, but I'm just saying that help is available. And you can just rent it as you need it. All right? These systems are fixed every month, and you don't need to pay extra to use the systems. Well, there's some extra. Like your skip tracing is 10 cents a name.
10 cents an address.
10
Yes, sir.
cents a name. And then
And then the postcards, if you want to send
Yeah, you
rings,
gotta
the
pay for the
smallest
mailing.
one is 50 cents. The letters are a big 70 cents or something along that line. So
And I've never seen a business that has such low overhead, such a low operating costs that can create such huge amounts of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you right now, if you don't believe that, go buy a restaurant.
yes, sir. Yeah. I think we talk about
Yeah. My restaurant, my break even was 100 grand a month,
Yes, sir.
and many months I did not break even.
Yeah.
And even when I broke even and I was making money, when I tell you the truth is, I could have went out and done one deal
Yep.
in a year and made more money than I made in a restaurant.
Yeah, and it never fails. If you have a good month, then what breaks?
The next
Cooler
month sucks.
breaks, the freezer
Yeah.
breaks, something breaks. So the money you did make goes right back into the equipment.
Yeah, if you had any left over. That's a dupe, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get rid of the dupe. One membership. So let me just go ahead and get to that. One fee every month. And by the way, there's no quit anytime you like. You move up, you move down anytime you like. But also, we're creating this retreat here will be this fall now. I don't have a date on it right this minute, but it's 3 days with members here. And I promise you, it's 3 days. We're going to be doing deals for you. You're going to bring leads, just like you do at my Quick Start School. And we're going to have some fun. And we might even feed you a meal or two. Might take you to a Denny's.
Yeah, maybe.
Something high end like that. Yeah. Okay. So we'll get you this date. as soon as it's probably going to be on the calendar even by the end of this month. So you got plenty of time to plan for it. And it will be here in Jacksonville, Florida. And if it gets big enough, we'll have to have it in a hotel. If not, we're going to have it in this meeting room that we're sitting in right now. And there's no extra charge for that. And look, this isn't hard to justify because we're in a business right now. We do one crappy deal a year, pay for way more than we're going to spend on any of our training and our operating costs for that matter.
Yep.
Unlike any other business that I've ever seen. And you should be doing that one deal, I mean, within the first 60 days minimum, depending on how aggressive you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. When you get your system set up and you get somebody to help bounce things off of, you should be doing it right away, especially if you take action immediately to get whatever it is you're going to get to generate leads. Now, my 4-day event, I spend the whole afternoon on the first day on all the things you can do to get leads coming in. Some of them free, some of them close to free, and some of them where you pay somebody else to get them for you, which I do not suggest you do in the beginning. Because the last thing I want to see you do is spend a whole bunch of money on marketing until you can handle the closing call. I don't want you to waste leads. And we're going to help you with that. We're going to help you. He's going to help you. You're going to get trained on it. And honestly, I don't know any better way to get into a business than get in it with somebody actually helping you run it.
Yep.
And I often comment, you can't learn how to run a restaurant by eating there.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Absolutely. You got to go to the back room where all the action is.
Yep.
And where all the grief is.
Yep.
We call that the back of the house. All right. So anyway, this is on here just to show you that after paying for all that stuff, all your systems, and getting one deal and net you 25 grand, you still got $16,000 left over.
Yep.
At the end of the year. One deal. I mean, one deal. God. Guys, come here. Let me show you how easy these wholesale deals are. There is no easier way to make money in real estate than wholesaling a junker that you never buy, never pay closing costs on.
Yep.
I mean, a 16-year-old could do it.
Absolutely. 100%.
So who's this for? You're likely at one of these 3 levels. And honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you're at. If you're just beginning, you need this thing really bad. Save you an awful lot of time and money, wasting time and money. But if you're doing some deals, this is going to ramp it up for you. And if you're doing very well, you're in a position now where you can take a lot of the grief off of you. You don't have to do it anymore, and you got time to focus on your business instead of doing all the grunt work. And every time you get something done, something else comes in right behind it, and you feel obligated to do it yourself because you haven't learned to delegate yet. I am a master delegator. Most of the time, I really don't have to do anything. So that's kind of like where you want your life to be. You know, when you get to the point to where real estate is producing a good income for you and you don't have to work at it every day, there's a lot of things out there then you can go do. Maybe many of them you've been wanting to do and haven't gone around to it yet. You know, I have students that are missionaries who work a couple of years and go on a mission for a year or two, earn the money to go. So I don't know what your goals are in life, but whatever they are, I can promise you they're going to be easier to achieve when you're making money.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my first year,
Mm-hmm.
I was used to working 10, 12 hours every single day in the restaurant,
So,
and I would be done in a few hours. And it drove me crazy. I didn't know what to do at first. I thought, am I doing something wrong? Is this it? You know?
you mean real estate?
Yeah. When I started working, especially with you, and got all the systems in place, I just really had so much time on my hands. I was just like, didn't know what to do with myself some days.
Yeah, I know. By the way, if you're thinking about retiring there, you old people better think it through very clearly because retirement sucks. Okay. Unless I know what you say. We're going to go on trips. Yeah. Send me a postcard. I've been on them. I am going on a cruise this year though. So I love them river cruises now.
Yeah. You were telling me about that.
Going up to Snake River. All right. Everything's included. So, not everything. Virtual assistants are not included. You got to get them as you need them. And you rent them. They work, they get paid by the minute they work, not by the hour they're in the chair. When you call in, ask about the VAs or go to ronsva.com. And you may or may not be ready for them yet, but I'm telling you, you're not going to get very deep into this and you're going to need a VA, do all this stuff for you. You can do it yourself. Maybe you should for a couple of weeks and you'll learn how important the VAs are to you.
Yeah.
And just remember, if you don't have a VA, who's going to get the stuff done? and that would be you. And what happens if you don't get it done? The answer would be nothing. And the reason is you try and do everything yourself. This is all about getting help very inexpensively, and not just help, but experienced help that knows what they're talking about. And Adam knows what he's talking about most of the time. No comment on that?
No comment.
All right.
Always room to learn.
Okay. Now, if you had to pay for this stuff, you'd be paying $13.56 a month, and you're not going to pay that. And I'm going to give you about $7,500 worth of stuff just to get involved in it. And remember, you can quit any time that you want. So the group dreams training, back to that in a minute. That's 2 calls a week as a group. As long as you're in this system and you're paying your dues,
Yep.
you're part of that group. There's no expiration date on it, and that's brand new.
Yeah.
Right. Now we do have one-on-one. You know, we talk about that when you get to, or you can ask about that when you call in and get in this, and they can give you the facts. But you're going to get the group whether you use the one-on-one or not. If you get the one-on-one, the group's part of it anyway. So
Yeah, and this one, to clear up, this is a group dreams training. So when you sign up, I do
this is
a
dreams,
call
yeah.
a month, basically, and I can do more if we need, or you can come on and I'll answer your questions live. I can share my screen, walk you through any problems that you're having, show you the system, and kind of expedite your learning curve there.
So this training is just how to operate Dream.
Yes, sir.
But keep in mind that there's a whole series of videos in, what do you call them?
And the knowledge base.
Knowledge base.
Yeah, yeah.
That tell you exactly what to do on any part of Dreams that you want. So all you do is you pull it up and short video, and you're done. That's how I restore cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Go, hey, Siri, how you do this? You know, and that teaches you. I'm amazed.
Yeah, is AI and all that stuff is for education too, not just doing tasks. But
Yeah.
also when you join the group program here, I have over 100 calls now recorded that you get access to. Some of them are multiple on Dreams or some wholesale. I mean, every topic you can think of is on there as well. So you don't only get that, you're going to get the live training as well too. So,
okay, all right. So that's just a group training on Dreams. He's also got your group calls twice a week.
Yes, sir.
As well. Now I think we got that IPD coming, don't we? Let's see it.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Now we have what we call an implementation power day event here in Jacksonville, twice a year, and we charge $1,995 for it. I'm going to throw it in this package for you with no charge whatsoever. Just got to let us know you're coming. And now tell them what happens at that 2-day thing.
Yeah, there are smaller groups by intention, right? We're intentional smaller groups, so we can really focus on your business and what you need. We go heavy in-depth training on Dreams, how to set your system up there. Go into social media. We go into the role playing with the scripts, into filling out contracts. I mean, just everything.
Finding ARV,
play the ARV,
on your houses, pull up your houses, and you do the ARV on
Yes,
them.
sir. Yep.
And making videos to put on the web.
On the web, yeah.
But the thing is, he spends a whole full day just on Dreams.
Yeah.
But not just teaching, because you're going to bring your laptop, and everything's going to be up and running. It probably will be up and running before you even get to this event, for sure. But we're going to make sure you leave with all your systems up and running, and then all you got to do is go generate leads and handle 2-minute closing calls.
Yeah, and I also threw in the last one we did. I experimented with doing some AI on the last day, kind of how you can implement AI into the business as well, which is needed for everyone to do. So it's just all in all one of my favorite events.
Okay, so listen, this truly is a $2,000 2-day event. It's here in Jacksonville, and it's twice a year, and it's free as long as you're paying your dues. And I teach part of it, and he teaches part of it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is my 90-day master class. Some of you might have listened to this because it was just recently taped. 20 lessons from beginning to end, about a 30-minute lessons each. And we recorded all of that. And it sells for $497, but I'm going to give you that too as well. Of course, you get the link to it. Listen to it as you see fit. Now, that doesn't replace your boot camp at all, but it tells you how the money's made here, and it's very, very informative. And it's certainly better than not having nothing sitting around to listen to while you're waiting to get to the Quick Start School. And I strongly encourage you to get to the Quick Start School. That's your basic training, folks. To try to do this business without having the basic trainings, like me running a restaurant without any doomed for failure is what it amounts to. Is there anything important down there that I can't read that you should tell them?
And I think you hit on top on the it's just a 90-day plan from beginning. Your first 90 days, you got Ron on your corner there going through each topic and showing you where to get leads.
20 lessons.
Okay, yes, sir.
20 lessons, about a half hour each. Free. So here it is in a nutshell. You got a $59 level. That's the Closers Club, which was the Gold Club by itself. And you got a $297 level, which includes Dreams, which includes your website and your buyers list, and the Gold Club. Level 2 includes level 1, but you really need to get to level 3 because it includes the group coaching.
Yes, sir.
Everything that I've just discussed that you get for free comes with level 3, the $697 level per month. What a cheap operating cost. I'm telling you the truth when I tell you my TVs in the restaurant cost me $1,000 a month.
I believe it.
TV service, Comcast.
Yeah.
Such a cheap operating cost. So let's examine that. $697 for all your systems and all your coaching, and then you got some money you want to spend on mailing some small mailers.
Yep.
Maybe you want to put up some signs or something.
Yep.
Let's see, what else you got? VA.
VA.
So you're a lot of business here you can run for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month. And the smallest check I want to see you ever get is 20 grand.
Yep.
And I just don't want to mess with anything that don't make at least $20,000 very quickly. No long-term deals. What a package. It's an incredible package. With everything you need to get that going and get trained and training is Quick Start School. Again, I'm not going to discuss that. You're going to ask them about that when you call if you're interested in actually getting the training. We do about 10 of those a year, and I still do them, and we have 1 or 2 virtual, and the other 2 are live right here in Jacksonville. So it's your move. It's your move. So if you call in right now and tell them you want the Closers Club Elite, $697 a month, you'll pay $697 now, but for this offer today, you can also go to that website and do it on the website. For this offer today, if you get registered by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'm going to waive your $997 setup fee for you, which is what it costs to set up the, you'll pay the $997 even with level 2, because we got to set up all your Dreams and your websites and all that stuff. VA does all that for you. And, that's an expense. So on the $59, there is no setup fee. All right. That's the Closers Club, which in itself is a heck of a deal. Because you got a lot of things there. You got all my forms and agreements on there. You got lots of lessons on anything, resources on there of all kinds, and Q&A. We do a Q&A. They video me every week with your questions, and we put that out and get them in the mail in the email every Friday, and a lot of good stuff on there. And like this coming Friday, I remember we're sending out that FinSend. FinSend, making everybody aware that FinSend is not a big deal for you. Okay, quit worrying about it. It's not your problem. It's your closing agent's problem to do that reporting. But it's scared to death. It scares people out. To death. I'm going to waive that $997 fee for you if you register between now and 9 a.m. on the $697 program, and then I'm going to I think that while you're calling them, ask them about the Quick Start School, and they'll give you all the information on that, and then you can decide where you want to go from there. So take advantage of this. I've never done this before, but this is a really good deal for you. So make sure that you get in understanding. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do one more thing for you. You're going to give them $697 tonight, and if you do that before 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, your $697 is going to be for your second month's dues. Your first month will be free while we're setting you up on everything. And that's going to expire at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So call that number or go online. You can do it online if you want. I got people standing by to take your order right now if you want to talk about anything else like the Quick Start Real Estate School. So, what was that?
The light just fell over.
Okay. All right. John, do we have questions?
Yeah, Ron, we got a few.
Okay, fire away.
First question from Bradley says, is expired listing an existing lead type on Dreams now?
Yes.
It's a filter you could put on there.
Oh, you mean can I pull a list? Oh, yeah. Pull a list of expired listings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's asking, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lead type though. It's just a filter that you can put on any list.
All right, what do you mean by that is you got to tell it minimum bedrooms, minimum bath, minimum square footage, where you want these leads to come from and whatever else.
Yeah.
And then you put expired listings in there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, we're back.
Yeah, there we are.
All right.
Okay, Bradley, similar question. Is probate a lead type in Dreams?
Absolutely.
It's called inherited property.
And if I were you, I'd mail to them. We got some good deals from probate.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Some of the better ones.
Remember, the kids that got the house, they didn't have to pay for it for 30 years like their parents. It's money from heaven for them. And we bought these houses cheap too. I mean, really. And we bought them cheap because they told us what they wanted, and we just got them down a little bit. Didn't have to take much off.
Yep.
And you're not going to get deals like that on the MLS. Just not. Too much competition out there.
Esther says, what is the script role play if they own the house free and clear? Can you demo that scenario?
Well, the only difference is what the payment, and that's a good question, because in my script, there's one question you ask them if it's got a loan on it, and another question you ask them if it's free and clear. And that question would be, what's the least you could take per month, Al?
1,200.
Ow. Wow. I hope we can do better than that.
Well, I think the rent in the area is about 12. So, I mean, I think it's a pretty fair
I think the
number.
rent's about 1,200.
Yeah.
So in other words, out of that rent, you got to take taxes and insurance and vacancies and all of that, which I'm willing to inherit.
All right. Okay. I can go
You
down
just
to
put a noose
1,000.
around your neck. You just don't know it. Okay. So in other words, I got to have a lot less than that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I'm not a nonprofit organization on purpose.
Gotcha. Understood.
Okay. So that answers the question?
I think so.
All right. Go ahead.
Sharon says, do you pull my credit to sign up?
No. Why? We have no reason to pull your credit. No.
Jay says,
That
what?
was just a minute. On Planet Ron, there's nothing you will do where anyone will pull your credit, because your credit is not applicable to everything I teach. And the last thing I want you to do is guarantee debt. We don't do that on Planet Ron. We make money without going to the bank and borrowing money. And there's no application, okay? And nobody's going to pull your credit. Ugly houses or pretty houses. It's all part of the training.
Joy says, what is the approximate cost of the mail campaigns? Is it priced per piece?
Yes.
Yeah. Price per piece. The smallest postcard's up, I think, 50 cents, and it goes all the way up to 70 cents for a letter.
That's what's a 6x9 postcard?
I think it's like 55 or 54 cents. Yeah.
That won't buy the postage if you're doing it. And they're printing it and mailing it and putting postage on it.
All you got to do is click the button.
Yeah.
Miranda, so the $697 for tonight only, you said will be for next month?
Correct. First 30 days are going to be free, and you won't get billed 30 days from now, because what you're paying now is covering your second month.
Is terms an assumable loan?
Huh? Oh, you mean the loans on houses in the terms business? No, none of them are assumable, and I don't want to assume them if they are assumable. You understand that if you assume a loan, you're accepting personal liability for it. That ain't going to happen on Planet Ron. I punish people who do that, because that's what's going to get you in trouble if anything does. A lot of people have lost their fortune over guaranteeing debt. So no, we buy houses with a wraparound mortgage or deed of trust. We do not guarantee the debt. We close on them in a land trust with a simple entity. And again, you don't guarantee, nobody's pulling your credit report, and it won't show on your credit report, and it won't show in your financial statements. We buy all houses with non-recourse debt. That means no personal guarantee. And no bank's going to cut you off when they think you borrowed too much. In fact, I hope your credit score is 500 minus 500. Then I know you won't be borrowing any money at the bank.
Sharon says, what does it cost to sign up for the VA service?
It's $250 for 10 hours, $500 for 20 hours. Then we have a yearly plan as well. Again, when I say hours, that's you get billed by the minute that they work, not by the hour they're sitting in the chair. So you get a lot of bang for your buck out of an hour's worth of VA service. And they're all skilled, very qualified at what they do.
Ken says, what if I already have dreams?
We just adjust it, and you stop paying what you have, and you start paying the $697, and it's all inclusive.
Curtis says, is wholesaling good?
What kind of question is that, Curtis?
It's great. It's not good. It's great.
Do you mean is it or is it out there? Is it working out there in the marketplace today, or is that a joke? I mean, I don't know how to take that actually.
Yeah.
Of course, it's good. It's how most people start in the business. Fastest and the easiest way to get money. But again, that's all you're going to get is a check. Got to give the government a big chunk of it. Short-term capital gains. That's not how you're going to build wealth, but it's how you're going to build some quick cash. That's for sure. That's why we do them both. Do them both. And frankly, what you do in your terms business will likely offset the taxes you pay on your wholesale deals, because you get to depreciate the houses that you buy, gift from the IRS. As long as you own them, you get to depreciate them, reducing your taxes.
Question from Esther. When we offer the seller to buy and they ask for a proof of funds, what do we show them if we are going to wholesale?
What's her name?
Esther.
Esther. The only time anybody's going to ask you for proof of funds is when you're making offers through the MLS. And guess what? You get to my Quick Start tool, and I got them for you. You just go there, fill out your own letter, and print it out yourself. You don't even need to talk to a human. But believe me, you're not going to make money making offers in the MLS. Bizbos don't know what proof of funds means. All right, so nobody's going to ask you for them. That's a good question.
Carmeletta, I'm completely confused at this point. I don't know what I've already paid for.
Well, that's not a problem. You call in, they can pull up your file right away and tell you what you've already paid for. And again, if you're paying for any part of what I just offered you, they're just going to adjust it.
Sharon says, is there a set price for the VA?
Yeah, I think I just answered it, and she asked that before I answered it. So it's $250 for 10 hours, $500 for 20 hours, right? Yeah.
We're doing that, or we're doing the elite package there too.
We can start you off with that. Call in and
Okay.
ask them, and then
All right.
that'll make it clear for you. And or you can go to ronsva.com.
Okay, I think we got one more question here from Rusty. What type of website does it come with? Is it designed for whatever leads come in?
Well, actually, it's designed for you to buy and sell houses, but separately from that, they'll create you a buyer's list for terms type tenant buyers and another list for people who want to buy junkers to rehab them, which is the most important asset in your building, whether you business, whether you know it or not. That's just part of your website, and that's one of the things they'll set up for you. And you got to tell them how many columns you want on it and what you want in those columns. But I'm telling you, you want to get that done, because now when you start getting leads, you send them to your VA and they'll put them on your buyer's list for you. And of course, next time you get a house that you want to sell to that type of list, what do? You email it to them, boom, probably never even have to advertise it, especially your wholesale junker buyers. But it's just as important to your terms buyers, because you ask them right up front, what's the most you can put down? What's the most you can pay per month? And those are the folks you want to, somebody said they got 25 grand to put down, and you want to find them a house. So what I want you to do is go find houses for buyers instead of buyers for houses. And you'll be able to do that pretty short time into your business when you build a buyer's list.
Okay, one last question, and then our streaming service is about to cut us off here in just a minute.
Okay.
But last question from Monica. Do we need to provide leads to the VA?
Yes. However, your VA will source leads for you if you tell them to. They'll go on sites in your area and look for FSBOs for sale online and call them for you. I'll fill out the PI sheet for you. And that's not a bad idea to let them do that, because that's pretty much a free lead. All you're doing is paying for VA's time. But I don't want you to run your business like that. You need to go out and generate leads from your own, qualified leads, like we've been discussing. Send them to your VA, and don't expect your VA to run your whole business for you, because you're not going to get enough leads that they can call to run your business with. And the longer you're in this thing, the easier it'll be for you to get leads, because the more ways you'll learn to do it and the more people you get to talk to.
Yeah.
If you're in a group with this group coaching, you get to talk to all of those other folks and see what's going on in their life, and talk to when you're on the call. What's working out there right now for generating leads? And that's how you get good fast. Everybody needs a village.
All right, quickly before we get cut off, Ken, can you downgrade anytime? Yes,
Yep.
Ken, anytime.
Anytime.
Downgrade, upgrade. So we gotta get going here, Ron, before we get cut off. If you got a question for Ron that didn't get answered, ask at ronlegrand.com. I'll put that in the comment section.
Mhm.
And it is about time for us to sign off before they
Get registered
Cut
right
us off.
now. You want to save $1,000 setup fee, which applies to the $297 or the $697. Get up there before tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. It's coming off the order page. So don't, you think I'm kidding, try me, because I'm not. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I hope to see you all later, and hope to see you soon in person. Ron LeGrand, Adel Kayati,
Yes, sir.
signing off.
Have a good night.
I think the biggest light bulb for me is going from the mindset of the Burr method, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. I kind of thought that was my future, and Ron very, very quickly showed me a much easier, a much safer, a much more stable path to wealth. And of course, that's through owner financing in terms and doing it in such a way where you're never personally guaranteeing debt. And that's life-changing. That principle is really, I think, what a lot of real estate investors need to learn. Because most people, are just getting bank loan after bank loan after bank loan, and that's dangerous. So that was the biggest, aha moment for me.
Yeah, if you have doubts about trying this and doing it on your own, that you got to come to this quick start, and he'll show you how to get started. It's takes some work. You're going to have to spend some time learning and educating yourself, but it's worth it. All of his quick starts are really they'll open your eyes a little bit on what you can do, and you'd be surprised at what you can do without money and without credit.
What I would strongly suggest is don't give up. Don't be afraid. Everybody's going to be nervous, but just keep plugging forward. Use all of the amenities, for lack of better words, that are offered to you. Use your VA. Put out bandit signs. Do the free advertising. Do your due diligence with following up on the leads that you get from your VA or Gold Club or wherever you get them from. And don't get discouraged. I was lucky because within 6 months I made my first deal. Here we are 1.5 years later, and Les just made his.
My first deal, yeah. And so I'd also add to that, get a lead, get a mentor, and do the very next thing you could probably do that I would say is get the script and learn how to talk on the phone.
Yeah, can't stress that enough. We do practice calls to each other.
It's hard for me to do that. I was a D student in high school. I'm still a D student. But you give me a milling machine and I'll mill you out a putter head in about 30 minutes.
Not letting fear stop you and realizing that perhaps this is what you're meant for. I wasted a good 30 years chasing the golden ladder, I guess as they call it, or whatever, and putting up with things that just was unconscionable in some cases, you know. And before I realized, you know what, I'm getting advanced in age, and maybe it's time for me to step into who I'm supposed to be. And the nice thing is that it's actually helped me to achieve the very thing that I had been trying to do my whole life, which is to help others, to love on others, and to kind of, you know, just wrap my arms around them and say, hey, listen, you know, I can help you solve these problems. I think that goes back to when my family and I lost our home when I was a very young man. It was devastating, and it forever changed my life. And but now I get to be the guy to go, hey, you know what? How much can you afford? You know, I actually had a person tell me recently that they couldn't afford even close to what the house next door was going for, which was not as nice as the one they were about to rent from me. And I said, well, what can you afford? And I had to ask them 2 or 3 times. And finally they said, you know, $700 a month. I know you're not going to take that. And I said, okay, I can work with that, you know. And then their eyes got this big, you know, really? Are you serious? I'm like, yeah, it's just money, you know. And so you know, it gives me the opportunity to be generous. It gives me the opportunity to love on people.
I'm just thankful I met Ron and that I've learned from him and all the opportunities that he gave us and this great group of people, because everyone here is just wonderful. It's a big family and everybody learns from everybody. We all keep in touch after the events, and you know, we all hang out and text and just constantly keep in touch with each other. So it's a big family he's built here.